don't even know what we doing and I'm ready.
I'm about to interview you.
Interview me, bro.
All right. So we're tuned in. This is 90's World. I guess this is the first official episode.
No,
Shout out to my boy Lou D'Angelo in the building.
What's the deal? I'm in this thing, man. I'm rolling good dope. Goddamn it, goddamn Krabby Patties from goddamn Bikini Bottom, boy. Stop playing with me.
So Lou, you from Hiram Clarke?
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about Hiram Clarke. I know it's notorious in Houston. Definitely one of the more notorious hoods.
Man, it is, but they be treating it like it ain't.
Hold on.
I was like, wait, it just stopped.
It should start back up. Yo, all right, so Hiram Clarke, Texas. You know, I like those hoods where it's just like, you know, it's Houston.
Yeah, it's Houston.
You know, it technically is in Houston. It's not like Sugarland or Richmond.
We're right on the outside of the loop. So, like, to me, like, literally, the loop is right here, Hiram Clarke right there.
But on your address, it says Houston, Texas. It don't say Hiram Clarke, right?
Nah, I mean, it's not a city, but
it's really a neighborhood.
Us Hiram Clarkians make it a city, though. I mean,
right? Because there's also Hiram Clarke Road.
Houston, period, make it a city, because it's like it's a hood for sure, but the region that it's in is so big, you know what I'm saying, to where it is kind of like it's a little city,
like a town.
Yeah, like a little town, basically.
Because you know it's different. Like there's Mo City, and people rep Mo City harder than they rep Hiram Clarke. Like people in Mo City rep Mo City harder than they rep Houston.
But Mo City, like land-wise, is huge.
It is huge, but that's the thing. At the same time, Mo City, and I don't want people to get upset, it technically is not Houston. Hiram Clarke is Houston.
Yeah, very true.
So how do you find a small area such as Hiram Clarke and it becomes that notorious like that? And where did it start? Because I know there's Hiram Clarke Road. So was it the road before it was the neighborhood, or can you go back that far in history?
My boy, look, I know a little history about Hiram Clarke. I don't know very much, but I know that I mean it started off as a neighborhood, and from then on, like, it notoriously grew from the how do I say, from the recognition from the people that's actually been through here and actually touched down in Hiram Clarke and done work out here. But really, bro, I couldn't tell you, bro. Like, it started off as a neighborhood for me. I grew up in this place.
Right, it was there when you got here.
Yeah, like when I woke up and my eyes came open, I was in the Clarke. like for real, I was in here. And I loved it because it is like its own little city. Like, everybody out here know everybody. Like, even if you don't know me, you know what I'm saying, and you from the Clarke, you seen me, or you know of me, you just seen my face somewhere. Same thing with me. I done seen most of these motherfuckers everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Just can't put a name on it type shit. It's just like one of them little towns, you know what I'm saying, out there in the outskirts.
What would you say Hiram Clarke is most notorious for? Where does it get its notoriety?
I think it's funny because, like, the age that I grew up in, you know what I'm saying, in Hiram Clarke, it wasn't just jumping like it was, you know what I'm saying, back when my mom was, because, like, my mom, my auntie, all my uncles, you know what I'm saying, they grew up in Hiram Clarke, went to Madison High School, Dick Dowling, you know what I'm saying, so, like, it wasn't the neighborhood that it was, you know what I'm saying, that it began to be, you know what I'm saying, when I came up. But at the same time, it was still that gutter street, you know what I'm saying, neighborhood, to where, like, it's very family oriented, you know what I'm saying. Like, I never forget when Hurricane Katrina came around and all the Louisiana people came down, and it was, you know, Houston versus Louisiana for a little bit, but once we actually, like, collided and actually, like, you know, became friends, and not only just friends, just, like, once we figured out that this they home now, you know what I'm saying, like, the real love started to show, it started to peak out to where, like, bro, like, Hiram Clarke is a real place for family. Like, this the place. Like, if we know you, bro, you cool, we gonna take care of you, bro. If not, we still questioning you, but at the end of the day, we gonna take care of you because you in our neighborhood. Now, don't fuck us over.
Who's the most notable person from Hiram Clarke? I've heard definitely a couple of people, upcoming rappers and everything, but who's your biggest person from Hiram Clarke?
Big Moe, bro. I mean, he ain't from Hiram Clarke, but, like, bro, he used to come through this hole and do a lot up in Hiram Clarke, you know what I'm saying? You know, he was at Screwed Up Records, you know what I'm saying?
Which is also in Hiram Clarke, home of Screwed Up
He was
records
doing
and
his
tapes.
thing. I never forget when he died, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I didn't know I knew a lot about him, but it was like I was still young. Like you know, Kobe and MJ, I fuck with Kobe because I've seen Kobe. Like I ain't seen
Right.
MJ,
You get
know
to
what
hear
I'm
about the greatness and everything, and you
I
can
heard
appreciate
of
it.
Big Moe, and I listened to a lot of Big Moe, but he just wasn't my time. But when he died and he rolled down Hiram Clarke, for some reason that stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Because he rode right there where I grew up at, like right down Westbrook, right there where Futurama was on Hiram Clarke Road. You know where Fuquay was, and rode right through there. And it touched me a whole nother way, cause like, man, the bro did big things. No matter if he was from Hiram Clarke or not, he came through and put us on. You know what I'm saying? And actually show love at the end of the day and shit. That love still is being shown through Hiram Clarke back to him and his family. You know what I'm saying? Man, Propain. To tell you the truth, bro, Propain is one of the most like besides Sauce Walka, but Sauce Walka ain't from Hiram Clarke, but Propain is our Sauce Walka. Bro.
Yeah,
like,
Propain from the Clarke. Yeah.
So it's like when Propain come down here, bro, and he actually do his thing, and like the music that he dropping right now is so inspirational. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no words, bro. Like I love the city that I'm from. You know what I'm saying? I love the hood that I'm from. At the end of the day, shit. I mean, it speaks for itself. You know, people say Hiram Clarke, man. I ain't even gotta say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it speaks for itself.
Okay, so 2023 just started. I know last year you said you set a goal to record 100 songs.
Yeah.
How close did you get to that? Did you hit the 100?
Hell nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm doing a whole lot better with writing every day, but I think I made around the 50 mark.
Yeah, I think you hit 50 easily.
And that was a big goal for me.
I really think you might be over 50 because you got to even think about stuff. We shout out to Austin, did some work out there.
For real.
It's even songs that we might have started but didn't even complete or record.
There's a lot of them.
But you put the energy into it.
Yeah,
like you said, your intention is to record, and I think I saw you record more than anybody I know last year.
That's crazy you say that, because you was a nigga I seen record more than anybody I know. So
shit, we with each other all the time.
You don't even be trying to be an artist no more. Like you just be out here doing it, and that I respect that so much more, because like that's the reason why I do it. I don't do it. Well, I do it for the fans. Don't get me wrong, but I do it for myself more than anything. Like this is it's my therapy. You know what I'm saying? I get behind the mic and it ain't just, you know, Lou just talking. It's actually me spilling my brains on this track right here. You know what I'm saying?
How long have you been rapping?
It's been 2 years now.
Just 2 years?
Just 2 years.
Cause like I said, I've been rapping for a long time, bro. Like I remember the first time I didn't even rap. I heard my voice and I hated it. But I was a kid. It's super high pitched, sound like a girl and everything. So for me, I told myself I didn't have the story for rap. So I got into poetry and everything like that. So that really helped me with writing and things like that.
But what you mean by that though? You ain't had a story for that.
I was a kid in Temple, and you know, I was always like,
you thought a rap story had to be some type of...
Man, I thought I had to be street. I thought I had to be gang. But back then, that's all I heard. Yeah. Back then, I was just listening to Swisher House, Mike Jones. This is like early 2000s, 2001.
Those are niggas, you know what I'm saying? Those niggas that came from the streets.
But even like my cousins in Temple, I always been the kid that just... Like, I'm from the hood, but I wasn't just a hood dude. I was just around that. Yeah. But like...
That's the same thing with me, bro. Like... I ain't never just been a hood nigga, bro. I've been from the hood.
Just product of my environment type shit.
Product of my environment. And I don't even like saying that, because, like, I don't feel that way. But at the same time...
Me either, but your influence.
I could flip that switch on your
for me, I was really influenced by a lot of the boys that I grew up around as a kid. I was literally... I just started going back to therapy. I said to my therapist, you know, as a kid, I remember, like... I was told I was supposed to hate my dad. I ain't had no real reason. Yeah. I didn't understand why the nigga wasn't there. It didn't hurt me because I didn't understand. And so I go to school and I hear other kids talking about, well, my daddy ain't here. My daddy don't do this. And I hate him because of it. And then it's like, oh, damn. Well, my dad don't do those things. So should I feel that same way?
Nah, see, I've always felt that way. Not that way specifically, but I've always felt that way because... you know, I lost my parents at a young age, and my dad was the first one I lost. So it was like, and it wasn't that he wasn't
there. That's different, yeah.
He was a great father, you know what I'm saying? He actually wanted to be there, you know what I'm saying? He was actually there, you know, for the most part. Excuse me. You know, until until, you know, he was unfortunately taken away from us. But me from the outside looking in, you know, from people who don't have fathers that don't even want to be there, you know what I'm saying? I can only feel for it because it's like, you know, I felt the love from my father for this amount of time, you know what I'm saying? But I felt it, and it stood with me all the way until, you know, this day, today, that I'm still living, you know what I'm saying? I still feel his love. I still feel, you know what I'm saying, like, no matter if I know how much of a man he was, you know what I'm saying, or how much I know him, you know what I'm saying? I got this much of, you know, how do I say, like, I got this much of him in me, you know what I'm saying, to where I feel kind of what type of man he was.
And it came from a positive aspect.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the parts of me about, like, that I got from my dad, it always came from a negative aspect.
Yeah.
Oh, you like your dad with this. Oh, you sound like him with that. It was never, like, in a positive, like.
Exactly. Yeah, I can see that shit, and I've always felt for people like that, because, like, I felt the love for my people, but it's like I lost that love, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, of course I lost it, and I could take it and do, you know, whatever I could do with it. But shit, I took it as a positive thing, and not positively, but I took it as a positive thing in the long run.
Yeah, you was optimistic with it in the long run. Because a lot of people, bro, that break them at a young age.
Yeah, bro, things happen for a reason. I look at it, and like, I've had a lot of circumstances in my life to where, like, I was given a lot of opportunities, and I was blessed, you know what I'm saying, just to be here, you know what I'm saying, and I don't take that shit for granted, bro. Like, shit, I love my life, I love my dad, I love my mom, you know what I'm saying, no matter they faults, no matter what, because like, I see people's stories, bro, and everybody got a story, you know what I'm saying, it ain't just about my story, everybody got a story, because people got their parents and they ain't even there on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying?
Or they got them and got fucked up relationships with them.
I wouldn't even know how I would deal, you know what I'm saying, with some shit like that.
And that's like me moving back to Houston. It's been 3 years now. Me and my mom's relationship is better than it's ever been. And I set my intentions when I moved back. I want to have a good relationship with my mother, you know, while she here and everything. And it's funny though, because I tried that with my dad, and he just don't allow it. Just because where he at in life, he can't allow it and everything. But setting my intentions on it though, it changed a lot. Like, I was angry, like, I guess, like high school, a little bit after high school and everything. But then it had to get to a point for me, and I hate that it took me so long in life to start looking at my parents as people.
Yeah.
You know, I never looked at them as people. I looked at you, my mom, you the superhero. Yeah, you supposed to be here. Like, and then when you can't do these superhero things for me, it caused confusion.
See, I feel like I thank my father a lot, because he didn't just how do I say, like, a lot of people can enable people, and he never enabled me. He treated me like I was him. He treated me like an adult. You know what I'm saying? not in the kid aspect, like we best friends.
Right.
Like, he was always my father first. But he treated me as if I was still another person. I wasn't just a child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, I remember one time, I was probably 5 years old, bro, and I've always been strong as fuck, like, little than bitch, but my father first. But he treated me as if I was still another person. I wasn't just a child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, I remember one time, I was probably 5 years old, bro, and I've always been strong as fuck, like, little than bitch, but strong. You know what I'm saying? And one time I picked my dad up, and I told him I could pick him up, you know what I'm saying? And when I did, it was like a sense of accomplishment for me, and I could see it in his eyes.
Right.
It was for him.
Nigga just
like,
lifted me.
This nigga just lifted me up. Like, what the fuck?
It might have been a foot, but hey,
he looked at me. Like, he looked at me like, whoa, like, okay, nigga. And, like, that sense of accomplishment stuck with me, because it's like, you know, me growing as a man, bro, we're all people. We all have our own mind. We all doing our own thing. So at the end of the day, bro, you doing your thing, you doing it in your lane, you know what I'm saying? No matter how you getting it done, bro, I praise you for doing what you doing, because, bro, we got the opportunity to do it, bro, and I love this shit.
Yep. That's what 2023 is about. We getting started. It's the first week. What, we 5 days in, 6 days in?
Yeah, 6 days
It's the first week. We got a new podcast set up, new music on the way. We dropped a song 2 months ago. Not even, it'll be 2 months on the 11th. It's already at 15,000 streams.
Yes, sir.
And that ain't with no money invested. That's just putting it on our playlist.
Yep. Dropping music consistently, bro. I got Poland coming out with my brother and Sumo Lit on this.
Hiram Clarke. That's a whole Hiram Clarke record right there.
You know what I'm saying? You know, on the Lil Yachty Poland beat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that whole jump all the way. I got my own song coming
You know,
out.
I like y'all shit better than his. Cause than Yachty.
Oh, Poland.
Cause Poland hard, but it's just a vibe.
Funny,
it's
like,
just a vibe. Y'all brought bars to that beat. You get the same vibe that he brought with bars.
Yeah.
It's live. Cause your brother started it off. Bishop Dead, shout out Bishop Dead. He started that off right.
He went in crazy.
And for me, it's one of those ones where he didn't do too much, but it was hard. He kept it simple and it was hard.
Just talking, bro.
He was just talking, saying. Cause I've heard him like spaz. I've heard him spaz on tracks.
Nothing but bars. You know what I'm saying? And he able to do that shit.
But the simplicity behind this one, I really fucked with. And then Sumo brought the energy.
Right.
And then you do your justice as always.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
But yeah, it was like 3 different vibes, really 4 different vibes. So you got the Poland vibe, and then all 3 of y'all brought something different.
Yeah, I think that's how I viewed it, because I enjoyed that song a lot. I actually had a lot of fun, you know what I'm saying, doing it, period. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lil Yachty, bro, 'cause I fucking love that song, though. Like, every time that song come on, I get lit in a bitch. So, like, the fact that you said that it has its own vibe and it makes you feel like it's our own, you know what I'm saying?
But I ain't gonna lie, I can't even remember what Yachty say outside of I Took the Walk to Poland.
Yeah. All right.
I can't even remember what he said. I done heard y'all song way more than his.
Nah, I appreciate that, cause shit, that shit live, bro. Like, to this music shit, recreating shit, I ain't gonna lie, like, that shit ain't for the weak.
Yeah, people need to start getting back on industry beats more. Like how Wayne was doing with No Ceilings and all that. Like,
yeah, that shit ain't for the weak, bro. Like, Wayne is that nigga for going out and hopping on those hits that already hits and making it another hit. I applaud that man, bro. And I stomp my feet, cause I ain't just gonna applaud. I'm gonna stomp my feet too, cause nigga, you did your damn thing, boy. Stop playing.
I used to be like, nigga, how you forget you said that? You know, Wayne be forgetting his songs and everything.
I used to do the same
I used
thing.
to wonder, but then I forget shit that the whole songs.
Man, bro.
And he'll play something. I be like, I remember it was one song, like every time I heard it, I was like, damn, I wish I was on this hoe. And he be like, nigga, you are on this.
I swear, bro. You do the same shit.
But that go back to like, that 100 song mindset.
Yeah,
when you making that many songs, you're not
like
stuck
that.
on one.
I wasn't like that last year. Like, this year, I was. I just started to be like that towards the end of the year, you know what I'm saying? Like, forgetting everything that I done did, because I done made so much music, it's like, damn, shit just blow past me. I'm like, bro, I done forgot I did this shit. I done forgot I ain't finished this. I ain't forgot all that shit, because every time I'm in the studio, I'm trying to make something new.
Right.
Like, every time I'm just chilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to write something or something, bro. Like, that work ethic ain't going nowhere.
Where does your mind go when you have certain topics for songs and everything? Because I've seen you write for other people and everything, and you tap into, like, you'll speak on things, and I'm like, you been through this? Like type shit. And it's just like, I feel like you're able to, like, tell other people's stories or even create a story from things you've seen, you know?
That's
like,
really what it is. Because I definitely haven't been through everything I talk about, but I have some type of extension through it, yeah.
Cause it's dope, cause you and T, shout out T Rochelle, I've seen y'all, like, y'all are together, and y'all will get together and make a breakup song type shit. Or y'all will make a song about heartbreak and pain and be happy. And it's just like, to be able to tap into that, it's like, it's crazy.
I mean, shit, we all feel heartbreak and pain on a daily basis.
Not everybody can tap into it though.
That's true.
Cause a lot of people run from it.
But like, yeah, like I said, I use this music as therapy first. Like, I use it for myself more than anything. Like, when I make a song, I make it for how I feel in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And when I make it in that moment for how I feel in that moment, I can listen to it 12 years, 5 years, 2 years, or fucking 99 years from now, and I could play that song and it'll put me back in that space.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's therapy for me. and ever since I started doing music, like my first song, Mama Said, that was one of the most touching songs to me. You know what I'm saying, that I wrote, but it don't even, how do I say, like, it isn't represented, you know what I'm saying, to everybody as much as it should be. Because when I play it, how much it means to me.
Yeah, I know I get something different from people who don't know, like, cause I know your story and everything. So it's certain bars and everything that just hit for me
like, it hit
different
hard.
that other people just wouldn't even know, like what you was talking about.
Yeah, and like I guess it's cause the way like I rap and I flow it sometimes, like it's, I don't know, I kind of like, I don't know, like over the time of me making music now, it seems like I do this shit easy. You know what I'm saying? But it don't be easy at all. Like it be hard as fuck for me to tap into that shit sometimes. But shit, like people like you, bro, people like my brother, people like Sam, you know what I'm saying? Like actual real thinkers, you know what I'm saying, put me in that space. Cause like sometimes I had to think of y'all, you know what I'm saying, how y'all come up with this shit. And sometimes I think of y'all boosting my head up, you know what I'm saying, like, nigga, that shit cold, you know what I'm saying, y'all tell me that shit cold than a bitch, and I ain't think that shit was nothing yesterday, you know what I'm saying, but the fact that y'all said it's cold, like I like what Drake like, you know what I'm saying, like, why would I say anything if this nigga said he like right. He got the best bars I hear, nigga, when the nigga be freestyling, so it's like
iron sharpen iron,
you know what I'm saying,
you gotta have a good counsel around you.
Exactly, and she's one of my best counselors, like, out of everybody. Tamara T. Rochelle, sorry, don't beat me up, but like, she's one of my best counselors, cause like I go through her for everything. Like, if she don't like it, I ain't gonna lie, it ain't coming. I'm scrapping it. You know what I'm saying? But if she like it, then it just hit a whole nother way for me. Cause it's like, you know, she took it in. She understand where I was going with it. No matter if it's something that don't got nothing to do with her. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we be making music about relationships sometimes. Like, and sometimes I be making music about some stupid shit, like
right, we just saying whatever.
Bounce that booty, girl, shake that ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, she fuck with it because at the end of the day, she know where I'm coming from with it, and she know that like me as an artist, shit, we have fun.
It's dope to have somebody that understands you as an artist. Cause I've been in different relationships where I've had someone understand me as an artist, and they put like my first song that really took off for me back in like 2015 was Break. Now I'm talking about like needing a break from your girl.
Yeah, I remember that song.
And my girl was the one that came up with that idea. I remember she came to me because I started, you know how you just tagged me in something about this too on Instagram, but that song started out for me. It's like, can I get a blunt? Cause damn, I just really want to smoke. Yeah. And then it went from that. I was just like, man, I want to make something that everybody can kind of relate to. And I was like, damn, can I get a break? And then she was like, you should talk about, like, you know, getting a break from me. Yeah. She was like, cause I do be giving you a hard time.
How did you feel when she told you that?
In my head, all right, so there's two ways I felt. For one, I thought it was really dope because I was just like, damn, that's live for you to, like, you know, encourage me, you know, in those ways to express myself.
Yeah, because some people have a very soft shell. You know what I'm saying? To where, like, you talk about anything in your music, it's about them.
Man. And see, I've been on the other side of that too, dating the artist. I'm like, hey, you talk about me? Like, like, hey, I'm sitting here pressing record. I know you're not talking about me. Like,
nah.
It's been like that, but at the same time, I was really excited because I was like, bet, I get to say how I feel. And like,
for real.
But I still kept it lighthearted. But then, like, I was dating somebody one time, and they came to me about a song I made, and they're like, I don't appreciate you saying this and that, and it makes me feel this way. And I was like, that shit not even about you.
That'd be the funny thing, that they just don't understand the like being an artist, bro. Like, sometimes it's not even about another person. It's not even about anything.
I lost focus.
Oh, you lost focus.
Yeah.
You still recording?
Yeah, it's still recording. I don't know. Maybe I probably like move forward or something. But I'm gonna get it figured out too.